Hey guys, welcome to your daily mobility flow. I am your captain, Seth Crowell, and we're gonna start in the bottom of a squat. So go ahead and stand up if you're not already standing. Put your heels right underneath your hip bones and turn your toes out just a touch. And we're gonna sit all the way down to the bottom. If you need to hold on to something, like to keep from falling over backwards, then do it, but I want your heels flush with the ground. Okay, if you grab a couch or a door frame or a chair or something, get after it. But we're gonna sit all the way down here. We're gonna hold this position for another minute. So if you're already there, you got a minute and a half. If you're there now, you got 1 minute. Ready, go. Bottom of a squat. You should be able to hang out here for 10 minutes. No problem. Like you should be able to barefoot, 10 minutes, just chill. This should be a non-issue. This should be like just normal position for you. It might be easier early stages to elevate your heels slightly, wedge something underneath your heels like this. I got my hands under there right now. That'll just tip your weight forward a little bit, make it easier to hold, but long term, feet flat, barefoot, shouldn't be an issue. While we're here for another 25 seconds, remember next week you need a foam roller or a 4-inch PVC pipe, some type of hard ball, and a little dowel, like a rolling pin or a small piece of wood dowel, or like I use PVC pipe because it costs almost nothing. So next week, this video's Thursday, so we got 2 more of these, and then we're gonna start implementing some self-myofascial release, some instrument assisted mobilization starting next week to give us a little extra work, extra options. Good, go ahead and rest. Extra all kinds of stuff. We're gonna stand up, widen those feet out a touch, and we're gonna just hinge here at the waist and start stretching out them hamstrings. It'll give us some variance instead of just stretching all the time. It'll give us some extra work. But also, if I'm being completely honest, I believe in like tissue release and work more than stretching. I think stretching has its place. I think it's important, but tissue work I think is more helpful in more situations. That's my opinion. All right, we're just gonna go ahead and widen the feet a little bit. So inch them out about 3 or 4 inches on each side. We're gonna work our feet out until we hit a full Cossack. We'll talk about that in a second. All right, keep letting them feet slide. Oh, I'm gonna get to this point with these socks that it's gonna be hard to control. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna drive one knee out and we're gonna try to sit as far down onto this leg as possible. So I'm letting that other toe point up at the ceiling so the weight is on the back of my heel, but this foot is flat. Similarly to our squat, it might be helpful if you hold on to something right now, or if you drop a little wedge under the back of that heel, and we're gonna work back and forth across, keeping your hips down as you move. So from this position right here, I'm just going to keep my hips low, walk it across to the other side, and chill. You should probably feel a stretch on the inside of this hip and even on the inside of the straight leg hip as you work it. All right, let's get one more rep in per side. I can't remember which side I went to first. I think I came to this one first. I can get a little OCD when it comes to doing the same amount of reps on each side. Like the idea of balance or unbalance even. I don't like to feel unbalanced. It's not my go-to. All right, go ahead and rest. Okay, rest. And we're gonna pretzels. So we're gonna lay down on your side. We're gonna grab this opposite foot. So instead of like our normal, like we do this quad stretch sometimes, I'm gonna switch. So I'm gonna take the same hand, opposite foot, and I'm gonna open up my chest. So quad stretch, and I'm gonna lay my chest back at the same time. So I'm gonna get like a little bit of extra rotation. So I'm getting quad stretch, but also I'm turning my chest up to the ceiling. At the same time. It's kind of a modified pretzel. Well, let's change sides. The easiest thing to do will just be to flip the other way. Tuck that under leg down. So I'm turning my torso the opposite way. Under leg down, take the opposite hand to it, and then open up. If you want to add in this extra leg, you can, but I'm trying to open my chest up while stretching that quad. We're going to switch back. We're going to do both of those one more time. So again, I'm going to roll left. This is my left leg down. I'm going to take my right hand to my left leg, hook it, and I'm going to roll my shoulders over. And switch. Last side, I'm going right down, left to right, hook that foot. I like to grab my other thigh here too, and rotate. And rest. Okay, while we're here, we're going to do my very often stretch. We're going to hit here, we're going to drag that leg down to the inside. So, like you're chilling, but then from your chill position, you're going to use this heel on top of the hook, drag that knee down to the ground. Let this hip come up, push this hip through. We're going to alternate about 10-second hold for 6 of these. So I'm going to switch. Drag it across, get a 5 or 10-second hold, and then change. All right, go ahead, one more per side. One more per side, we'll wrap it up. Last one. And that is your daily mobility flow. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for staying till the end if you can hear me talk right now. I appreciate you dearly. And yeah, here's to tomorrow. Don't forget to get your stuff for next week. Later.